just kicked in and we are live. Thank goodness it's working. All right, so I should have had this clicked. I was playing with it today as well, trying to get it all ready to go. Anyway, welcome YouTubers, anybody who's watching. I'm sure there will be minimal, small people on Pumpfun at the moment who know about me and starting to get involved in the project. But yeah, it's time to spread the wings now a little bit more. And as soon as the VPS is done, and then I've got something to offer, easier access to my tools. Remember, watch previous videos, guys, and learn about me and what the project's all about. Sincerely appreciate that. Okay, now we're going to go into, was there anything else I needed to talk about? Yeah. Now, we are going to be building this application. Just to refresh, this is the little tool before the main tool. I'm going to teach you how to make the main tool, the big boy. I'll shut it down. Go back to crypto dev. Alright, so this tool here, we will build this out. It's a 12-week course. There's a lot behind this, but to start everybody off, I want to help you build a small metrics tool, an Pumpfun analytics tool. Has this changed over? No, it hasn't. So we're going to build this tool here. Excellent. Okay, so streaming seems to be fine. Speed seems to be okay. So just to recap, we're going to build this tool out here. And this analyzes, so this tool here, it analyzes the live streams of the first page. So just to recap, you can see it all in the other videos, and we're going to be building this first. I thought I'd start you slow with a nice new tool. So this is a bonus tool that's going to be in the virtual private server for you to use on your Chrome browser. That will be there. So you'll have the Chrome browser ready to rock and roll so that you can run these tools. And you'll have the big app loaded in there as well. So you can log in, trade, and do some scanning with this tool. So we're going to build the baby tool first, and that's the CryptoPI Pumpfun scanner. It's an analytic scanner and it gives you various metrics. So I'm just going to run it. I just want to refresh this live stream page. Okay. And then I'm going to hit the green button here and we're going to start the scan. And this thing's going to throw out a whole bunch of metrics. Now I have been tweaking it also over the last few days. So I did want to update the schedule, the training schedule, which I'll go through shortly. So I thought, well, I'm just finalizing a few more tweaks and then I will do the update. But it still doesn't stop us from continuing building it out. And then we can do the final tweaks, my little additional tweaks to it. So obviously we've got a bit of a busy network tonight, but it is collecting quite a bit of metrics in the background. And yeah, it's quite interesting. And I've added a few more cards to it today. All right. So it's this tool, and go and see previous videos. But these are the metrics. There's 60 on the first page, 60 cards on the first page here. And this is what this is measuring, the live tokens on the first front page. The sentiment is bullish. Average post drop, negative 96 after the all-time high. So the current, the top token, market cap at 21 million is DTV. The average market cap, excluding the top token, is 1.3, But look at this. Look how far this has dropped down now, guys. This just shows and tells you the market is really down. This used to be a couple of $100,000, the average graduated market cap in the last 24 hours. But this has dropped right down to 35K. Shame, man. Shame. It's just, yeah, it's sliding off quite fast. Yeah, you can see some of these all down like 50% and more on some of the smaller numbers. Anyway, so I've managed to play with the API a bit as well, and managed to dig out a little bit more scraping and a little bit more accurate information. And here we've got more accurate. Remember, there's 60 on the front page, and in the last 24 hours, 10 are new, were made. And the 19 are 1 month old, and 22 of them are 3 months old, and 5 of them are 6 months old. So it's good to see what's on the front page, to see what your competition's like, or to see what is really going on with regards to where you want to place a trade. You know, you want to place a trade on one of the old boys, or you know, it gives you so many different ways of looking at this approach for trading, to see if you are short-term trading as well. So these are the three cards I put in today over the last 2 days, just sort of in my little spare time. And so the last 5 minutes, if there was anything launched, and if there's nothing, it just stays within the last hour. If there's nothing new, they will match. They will stay the same. So within the last hour, WAL was launched and graduated in the last hour. This one here, RO, maybe it's slightly cut of the symbol name. I'll have to check, but I have been seeing that some of the symbols are actually getting cut. It's struggling to read some of the symbol names, the token symbols, and then it bolts on a little bit of the contract address to it as well. So it's like it's fragmented sort of thing. So 55 moved to graduated tokens, 55 moved to Radium, and 2 of them out of the top 10 are registered as safe. Only 2 out of the top 10. So the top graduated token is VI. This might be a chopped symbol, which I believe would be villain, maybe. I'd need to look at that, but we can go and double check that by looking down at our list here. So if we want to check on that, we'll see it here. There's VI. So if I want to have a look at this and just double check, what is that VI? Is it a slightly abbreviated? It is Vine. So I didn't read the token correctly, but it got the token information and it's opened up the correct. Wow, look how much this is down. Oh my God. Guys, some of these projects here are, oh my goodness, 6.8 million, eh? Down to 100K. Damn, that's 4 months old. Scary stuff, guys. Scary stuff, hey? Alright, so we can grab all this information here of the token itself. There's a little bit of information here. Market cap 1.3, volume 20.3. So there's a little bit of information here, and as you saw, we can click through. So we're going to be building this, and we've already started, and we're up to, I think, day 6 in the schedule. And it's 7 days is what I proposed this to be, but that's 7 working days of putting it together. But because of my additions now, it's going to go a little bit longer than 7 days, and then we still have to load it and test it and all that. So yeah, it's going to be the next maybe another week by the time this is really 100% tested and finished, just to show you. But yeah, happy days. We're going to build this out, and right down at the bottom here, these comments here are also very valuable. 60 out of 60 with market caps, 55 graduated, and 10 safely checked. And of course, of those 10, 2 came back as safe score only. Crazy stuff, eh? All right, that's what we're building. That's what we threw. We're up to let me close these down because chewing a bit of resources here. Oh, we're still streaming. Are we? It's running slow. Wow. I'll have to look at that. Anyway, I hope it's going to capture it nicely. All right. This is where we're at. We're at day 6. We did external APIs and data enrichment. That's what we did. And we loaded that up. So now we are doing, oh, am I wrong? Oh, no, we did the analytics calculator. Complete token scraper. So we're up to day 5. Graduation detection. Yeah, we didn't do this far. Okay, so we're up to day 5. My apologies. API and token intelligence understands the rest. Yeah, we didn't do that. We did this. We got up to this. I've lost track, man. How can I do that? Getting old, you fart. Alright, so we created the calculate analytics function. Oh, we did do this. Yeah, we did do this. So we're up to day 5. Correct. External APIs and data enrichment. That's correct. Yep. Alright guys, look at the previous videos. You'll see the layout. This is my layout for the IDE, the Interactive Developers Environment. And the 7-day streaming file, which is this file that we're reading right now. I've built this and put it all together, and all the prompts, everything. All you need to do is copy and paste it and build it out with me. Yeah. But like I say, I have done a few tweaks to that file, and it's in Discord and it's in Telegram. But don't download it just yet, because I need to update it, and I'll update it tomorrow once I've finished the little tweaks of the little cards, because those cards, there's a few little thingies that just still needs to be done here, tweaked up. Like I'm getting a little bit of not very happy with the, sometimes you'll see there is a web, yeah, see here, part of the contract address is showing, and then it also chops the names. So it depends on the API, and it depends on the scraping, what it can get. So it's also using deck screener to match the token address and make sure that it gets the right name. So there's a lot of things going on in the background as well. So I just need to fix those and we're good to go. And then I can update the streaming schedule, because the prompts, it'll adjust the prompts a bit now because I've added these things in. All right. So I'm just trying to find another one. It's got a lot better. I managed to fix it quite a lot. Yeah, here we go. So here's like another one here. It might, it seems to be an extra few digits here or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty damn accurate. It's not going to be 100% accurate all the time, because it's fetching this at speeds and trying to read this at speed between RugCheck, Deck Screener, and Pumpfun APIs. So it's mixing the works in the background. Yeah. All right. So now we are doing this. So we are going to be so the supercharging the data, the API integration, and token intelligence. That's what we're doing today. And so understanding the REST APIs, make fetch requests, handle API responses, batch API requests efficiently, and merge data from multiple sources. So that's pretty much what we're doing here on this particular first prompt. Okay. Here's the prompt itself. So we're doing the Deck Screener API integration first. And all you do is you just copy the prompt from here all the way down to the three little dots. Then that's the end of the prompt. So that you'll see the start of the prompt is these three little dots, the end of the prompt. So capture what's inside, control copy, and paste it into your AI down at the bottom right, and hit enter. And this thing's going to go and write the code. I'm just going to have a drink, guys. Right, I think we're back. Yep, we are. Excellent. All right. So there we go. So remember, previous videos, whenever you see the white dot at the top, that means that the file is unsaved. What we're going to do is we're going to double check what it's done for us. So the AI has written this new block of code for us via the prompt. And this is all done for you. Just by wording the prompt correctly, it's built out the code for this exact function and logic. All right. So everything that you see in here, working in the background here, all of it double checks this with rug check, a deck screener, and Pumpfun, and spits out all these metrics, um, which is quite remarkable for an extension that you can just have plugged in and reading the website, Pumpfun website. But remember, it only reads the live stream page. That's all. It doesn't read anything else. Because all we want is we want the metrics of the live streaming. Because I'm live streaming and I'm building a business here and building a coin that's backing the business. And I want to see what the competition's all about. Plus, if I want to go and trade, I can go and I can look at these tokens here and see what's down. And if we start seeing a turnaround, here's something small, that particular Vine one that we looked at earlier on, even though it's got a market cap of 6.8 million, we might get a little bounce off that, who knows? There might be a 15%, 20% bounce, who knows? Some of these go, but most of them are down, as we can see. All red, majority red. Here's some big numbers here. This one here, boo, RWG. So we can go and view all of these. And if you want to place a trade, place a trade. This is a tool to make your life better, quicker, faster. Why not? You can place trades just through reading this tool. Jump on these little bounces and get, you know, amazing. And especially graduated in the last hour, RO. So we go and we could find RO. Let's go back to the top. Whoopsie. I must be blind. But it'll be here. It'll be here. I'd like to check it out just to see what is RO. There it is, number 60, down below here. There we go. Okay, so what is it? Rora, Guardian Rora. Yeah, you see. So you can also uh, get around to having a look at some trades even, just off this chart, just off this little database here of the front page. Pretty powerful little tool, isn't it? And you can export. Go and watch previous vids. I've shown you from beginning to the end of how it actually works. But we're coding. So that's what we've done. We've just built in a new code block here, and this is it. And we're going to hit the accept button because it's a brand new block. So we're happy days with that. Okay. And then this turns to an X. It means the file is saved. We're good to go. There it is there. API deck screener, the latest, batch size 30, retries, so it's going to retry twice. Retry delay, so also when it switches between testing again, you've also got to be careful that you don't exceed the API switches. You know, you don't keep calling it. Hey, I want some information. I want some information every second. They'll stop you out. So that's why there's all these time intervals as well. And this is what this is all factored in. All right. So you'll learn this as you go along. And when you slow down and start, because I'm giving you the sheet, you can go out and you can go and build this in your own time and just follow the videos that I'm making right here, right now. Or you might have downloaded the sheet already and you're following along with me already. That would be the ideal scenario where we build it out together. But all these replays are on YouTube anyway, and Pumpfun. Okay. Anyway, so that's the information we've just processed and done. And but you know, take a little time out and just read what it's done, so you can see. I'm not asking you to learn coding. I'm just asking you just to get your head around a little bit of it, um, and then it'll start falling into place. Wow, this is how this works. That's how that works, and all that. It's actually quite amazing, and the AI is doing it for you. But you must keep an eye on this side, on the AI. And exactly what has it done? So read. I like the way it starts. Of course, because I gave it a prompt. Wow, super chuffed. All right. So as world-class software coding assistant, I can certainly help you with that. Creating a robust function to interact with an external API like Deck Screener is a crucial step. It requires careful handling of batching, asynchronous, 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 asynchronous operations and potential errors. So synchronized operations, synchronous. Bit of a tongue twister for a Thursday night. Okay. And here is the implementation of the fetch deck screener data function. I've added it to the content.js file, and that's the file here. That's what we've just been working on. And that's pretty much, I've added it to the file, and it fits logically with the other data gathering functions. Pretty cool, eh? So, code review and implementation. I've created a fetch text screen data function with the requested features. Here are some key aspects of the implementation. So, first of all, the batching of it. It correctly chunks the addresses into batches of 30 to comply with the API's best practices. Asynchronous operations. It uses promise.all to execute all batch requests concurrently, which is much more efficient than waiting for each one to finish sequentially. Then we've got retry logic. Guys, read this, learn this. You will wake up one day and you are going to code something that might not even be related to crypto. But learn AI and learn about vibe coding, because this is going to be the future of a lot of things. And you can build your own tools for trading, exactly what I'm teaching you now. You know, this is an all-in-one solution, Crypto PI, teaching you how to make tools, giving you tools, teaching you how to make them, how to make a passive income with the tools, how to invest in a token that's going to fund the build out of these tools, and a real world asset project. Couldn't get it as simple as that. Amazing, isn't it? So, error handling, simple, we didn't read the retry logic. A simple but effective retry mechanism is built in. If a batch request fails, it will try again, up to 2 more times before failing. So it always puts in extra checks and fallbacks. Error handling. The function is wrapped in a try-catch blocks to gracefully handle network errors on non-successful HTTP responses from the API. So every web address has got an HTTP in front of it. And that was the old earlier versions. Now we've got S afterwards, HTTPS, which means secure. And Google and all of them prefer the secure way and secure method. Guys, I might be talking away here, and I haven't even checked any comments, but it seems to be rolling okay. And there's a few faces listening in to me. I'm happy days. I just wanted to double check that the sound is working. I don't want to be excellent. It is. Nice. Excellent. Pretty cool. All right. So where were we? We're back to the coding, and we are reading what it's done. Um, error handling, and now data transformation. So data transformation, the raw API response is transformed into a clean, easy to use map where each token address is a key, making it simple to look up data for a specific token. Amazing, huh? You know, AI has come a long way. Get to use it, man. It's impressive. Amazing. How can I, as an engineer, old school, from the 80s is when I started my trading as a motor mechanic, and then worked my way up and worked for 35, 36 years. I never thought I'd be coding and using AI and building tools. There you go. And you can do this. Of course you can. And you can build other things. And you could sell tools and stuff, and or rent them out and do like I'm trying to do. Build a project. Get funding by making tools and make shit happen, because it's 2025, and let me tell you now, you got to get out of the 9 to 5 job and get out of the matrix and get out of fiat currency now, not like tomorrow or next year. Now, man, please, please. Anyway, we're going to build tools to help us be better traders, to be more profitable, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so here's the block of code that it wrote, and if you open it up, this is what it wrote, and then it was placed into the file, as we saw the big block, and I accepted it. All right. Now, again, as per previous videos, this tick here. So you've got 3 things here. You can copy it and you could paste it into the file if you know what you're doing. I would suggest not. Let the machine do it for you if you're a newbie and a real beginner. And that's exactly what I'm doing here, is I'm showing you as a newbie how to begin vibe coding. Let the machine do it for you, but double check a few things. You'll get used to it. You'll start reading code. You'll start looking at mistakes. But now the AI has become so sharp. It does it all for you. It's amazing. But we can also make this, even though we accepted it on here, on the main file, we can also make this turn green, just to make sure that the AI is keeping up with us, because this is like a separate box of its own. So we can apply all changes. And when you do that, that's when that will turn green. Yeah. So so the AI knows you've accepted it, but we don't have to even. It reads it from here. So if you accept it down here, like we did earlier on, that's no problem. But I'm just showing you another way of doing it. You could have just clicked, if there was numerous pages to be done, you could just click that one button to accept everything without reading it, which is not a good thing. Don't just, read through it and make sure, because sometimes it can delete earlier code or delete a function or a piece of logic, and then we've got to go back and repair it. But you'll learn as you go along. All right. So this function now, the last paragraph, is always very important, guys. Please read it. This function is now ready to be integrated into your data enrichment pipeline. It's a solid, production-ready piece of code that will reliably fetch the data you need. And then I click thumbs up. Thank you. Just to let it know that it's done a good job and I'm happy with it. It's always learning, and say thank you for it. Treat it like a human, because it talks to you like a human and gets better and better. No shit. Scary. All right, so we're still in the same content.js file, which we've got in our directory here on the left already. So it's an old file, but it's just been added to, and we're adding more and we're adding more and building it out through those prompts. All right. So we're happy with that. Let's move on to the next prompt. And the next prompt is the graduation detection. So we are doing the graduation detection. Graduated tokens moves to radium. Graduation last hour. So that's what we're doing now. That's the graduation, the two pieces of code. There's no other graduation in there. So those will be the two. So it's got to do the calculus, the mathematics, to get this all, pick up all the token information, put it all together, and do the calculus. Sorry, graduated, not rug check. That's that next prompt, and let's grab that prompt. Copy it, paste it in the bottom, and hit enter. So nice, eh? Somebody else does it all for you and you can just build it out. Are we back? Yep, got volume back again. Awesome. Okay. All right, so we have got another new block, because remember we're starting from fresh here, and the prompts are just generating fresh new code, so we know that it's good, because it should be nice and clean, and we don't have to double check if it's deleting anything. You would have seen on the last video and the previous before that, red blocks, green blocks. Double check that it's not deleting stuff that you don't want it to delete. So, you know, you need a bit of patience, but it's quite cool because when you putting this and working on this, and you can, believe it or not, guys, it took me 6 months to get the master app, that big app, ready, finished, finalized. But I was learning as well. And the AIs weren't so good as they are today. So you guys are well ahead of the game. I'm just giving you the prompts and you can go and build this shit. All right. But new clean block, it's green. And we know that it's green because we can see it. There's only two color codings. It's red or green, adding or subtracting. So I'm going to accept it, and then we can read through it. So it detects which tokens have graduated to a DEX and calculates the graduation rate. A token is considered graduated if it appears in the DEX Screener API response, which implies it has at least one active trading pair on the DEX. Pretty cool. So there's the code, and all scraped tokens. Interesting stuff, guys. So here is the function detect and analyze graduate tokens. It's pretty cool. All right, but I would expect you to take a bit of time out and read through this and just familiarize yourself. So remember, go and check. Why have I not seen? All right, detecting tokens which have graduated. Yep, detecting which tokens have graduated from Pumpfun to a decentralized exchange. DEX, like radium, is a key piece of intelligence. A token's presence on DEX Screener is a strong indicator of this graduation. Um, so here is the detect and analyze graduation tokens. I just showed you that function, the title of the function there. And it uses the data from the DEX Screener API to identify graduated tokens and calculates the overall graduation rate. And it's the AI has added it to the content.js file, which we're busy working on, under the external API functions. Pretty cool, eh? So, code review and implementation. So here's the little review. So, what does the function do? So the function is designed to be a pure data processing step, making it easy to test and reason about. Clear inputs. It takes the total list of scraped tokens and the DEX screener data as inputs, clearly defining its dependencies. The graduation logic. It correctly identifies graduated tokens as any token address present as a key in the DEX screener data object. This is because our fetch DEX screener data function only returns data for tokens that have active pairs. That's interesting to know. So also we need to look at the rate calculations. It safely calculates the graduate rate, handling the edge case of having 0 tokens to avoid division by 0 errors. structure and output. So, structured output. It returns a clean object containing both the list of graduated addresses and the calculated rate, which can be easily used to update the UI or in further analysis. Okay, so again, in this block here is the code that we accepted over here. And I accepted it early on, so there's the green tick. And the final paragraph, very important guys, this function is now ready to be called within your main scan page logic to enrich your dataset with crucial graduation metrics. Couldn't get it simpler, hey? So, thumbs up, I'm happy with what I see and what I've done, just to keep the AI sweet and ticking over and put a smile on its face, and we smile because it's done it for us. Pretty damn cool, eh? Alright, so I do believe that is good enough for today, because tomorrow is day 6. At the UI, we start working on the UI. Now, we start working on the user interface. So this is the user interface, whatever you see on the front here, and we start building out these cards and placing them in their respectful places, and that's so that's the build out next, where we'll be doing. Let's just hide that token list. So yeah, that's what we're building, guys. Yeah, we're about 3/4 of the way through. Nah, maybe a little less than that. So, and then we've got to do the testing. But happy days. Pretty cool, eh? Nice to have a nice, accurate, precise tool to give you some very, very valuable information on the streaming page. So, also another reason for this tool is if you wake up one day and all you want to do is just trade streaming tokens for the day, here's the information here. And you can go straight off the back here. Straight off the back and see. You could even go and you can have a look at the token list. So let's refresh this again, because we've been talking now for almost an hour. Perfect. So it's happy days, good timing. We've finished our training for the day, but I'm just going to show you one thing here. And that was, let's refresh the page. I always like to refresh the page first. Now on the timer, guys, that's another thing I fixed and made it actually better. So you can put this on auto scan. So you can turn it on auto, it goes green, and you can change your times. But you can't change it now because it's on. But if you turn it off, then you can change your times, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. Don't overdo it. I run 10 to 15 minutes. Normally 15 minutes. There's no real rush, but of course, anything new comes up, you can see, and then you can go jump on it, have a look at the project, and invest. You've got the metrics here. You can play some signals. This is literally another signal tool. It's giving you signals to decide to what you should go and play. So this thing, when it's on, when the auto scan is running, and on the interval, it refreshes the page automatically, the website page, and then it'll do a scan. So it's always got fresh content. So the scan is always current. Yeah. I just want to make sure. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that we've got no problems on the other social channels. I've come to an end now anyway, but it's too late to check that now. I don't see any comments, and I don't see any comments. All right, so that was a refresh. Did we do a refresh? Can't remember. No, we didn't. So there's a refresh of the page, and now let's do a fresh scan. One more scan before we call it a day. There we go, starting a scan. Guys, you'll have to give it a bit of time because it's got to collect a lot of things. Quite a lot of information that it's gathering here. And all the mathematics in the background going on, as you can see, as we're building it out. Yeah, the deck screener scan function that we've just put in. But again, it depends on how busy your internet is, depending how busy Pumpfun is, the API, because this is a free API. We're using their free API, so we've got to be careful. We're not paying for it, but if you abuse it, if you want to update every minute, less than a minute, they'll stop you out. They'll shut you down. You won't be able to load the page again for a interval time, a cooldown period. Yeah. So that seems to be taking a bit longer than usual. Obviously a bit busier tonight, the APIs. Let me refresh again. I'll tell you what, I'll close the widget, close the, what's his name down, extension, and let's refresh the entire page again. Let's open up the extension and let's run it again. Sometimes it's connection delays, and again, depending how busy Pumpfun is. Oh my goodness, what have we got going on here? Cage. Should we be looking at this? Look, all-time high 62, down to 5 grand. Yeah, wasted projects, guys. Absolute waste of time. So yeah, we've got a busy night here. Something's going on. The APIs are a bit slow, and the scraping is a bit slow. Well, you saw it working earlier. It was all working fine. It would be nice just before I sign off just to see a second reading. Come on. This is the longest it's ever taken. And all my testing and developing. Goodness me. Yeah, that's taken longer than normal, guys. It's normally pretty quick. Anyway, you saw it working earlier. Don't worry about it. We call it a day. I'm just going to boom boom. Back to the normal page with my ugly face on it. And I can shut down everything else. So tomorrow will be day 6, where we will do the UI UX polish and advanced features, as I showed you earlier. So I'm just going to close down the bits and pieces running in the background, our coding tool, because it sucks resources. And I just want to see, I didn't even look, Pumpfun still streaming and recording. Okay. Oh wow. All right. So we've got, it seems to be holding out. Nice one. for a change. We're on YouTube, guys. Alright, so we're slowly building up, we're slowly getting shit together. Alright. Um, yeah, so again, I'm just finalizing before I sign off. Thank you for being here, everybody. And thank you again, hodlers. Thank you for newbies. We just keep plodding along, and as soon as the VPS, everything is done, and I give you access to um, using the tools and logging into the VPS, then of course I can start hitting the marketing hard. That's the plan. That's the plan. All right. But thank you very much, and I will put a recording. Well, I'm going to see how. I don't know if I'm going to stop this because it seems to be slow on YouTube. But so far the recordings for Pumpfun, I mean Pumpfun loaded up day 6, like more than 24 hours later. And normally they're quite good. They loaded up within the first sort of 6 to 8 hours after I've streamed. And their recordings seem to be better nowadays, actually. But I am making a recording on every single video I do now, and I'm putting them on YouTube. And of course, I'll break those down and use them for marketing later on and all that sort of stuff. But I've got really nothing else to say, and I'm hoping to have all of this nice and ready, everything good to go, VPS good to go. So you just sign up for the first days of November. So it also works in my favor. It'll be the start of a calendar month, and I can start all the rentals on the VPSs and be more accurate with my analysis and stuff like that. But we're getting there. We're getting there, and I've got a few guys on Twitter who are also going to do some tweets and stuff, and they've got a good following. So there's going to be a bit of marketing coming, and it's going to come pretty quick and soon as this VPS is sorted. So the main app, of course, I haven't touched it. It's finished. It's good to go. Doesn't need to be touched. It's been tested, everything. You've seen me working with it and all that, making trades. Haven't touched it. There's no need to touch it. And now just finalizing this scanner, the Pumpfun scanner extension. And then I can upload the new 7-day streaming schedule with the new prompts in it. And you guys can have it. You'll get it on social media, especially Discord and Instagram, and I will post a copy of it in Twitter as well. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for all your wonderful patience and time and bearing with me, and yeah, we're gonna make it. But yeah, everything's down, guys, at the moment. The market's down, and I've looked at some of the video streams, and as you saw on the plugin, on the extension, um, I was talking about. Sorry, I'm just looking at YouTube. It's pretty slow. Wow. Looks like I might have to. Don't know what I'm going to do here. It's a slow stream up there. Okay, so I'm going to stop streaming, and I will sign off, and I will see you guys tomorrow, Friday. Excellent. End of week party. Bring the beers and come and watch the next vibe coding session. And yeah, I can give you more updates as we go along with the VPS and how all the shit's coming together. Okie dokie. Adios, amigos. And stay safe, please. Stay safe.